and small businesses. And we need a president who will build back better.
I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.
Weather Watch 12, weather from where you live.
Straight ahead on Newswatch 12 at 6, students across the state were welcomed back to school today. We'll take a look at some of the more unexpected changes caused by COVID-19. Plus, youth reading never been harder with so many kids glued to screens. How library officials in Rhinelander are trying to get kids back in the groove. And take a closer look at the hotel business been faring during what has been a very unusual summer for them, as the news from where you live starts right now.
Your local news, weather, and sports from where you live. Newswatch 12 at 6 starts now.
Welcome to Newswatch 12 at 6. I'm Justin Benny. President Trump is now back in Washington after visiting Wisconsin today. We'll hear some of what he had to say about his trip to Kenosha in just a few minutes. But first, students returned to school today in many districts across the Northwoods and central Wisconsin for the first time in more than 5 months. In addition to the standard COVID-19 safety changes, masks and social distancing, administrators have also been contemplating if they should change how they do their active shooter drills this year. In Rhinelander, school officials say they plan to hold the drills, whether it's active shooter, weather, or fire related, classroom by classroom instead of as a whole school, again, to help with social distancing.
We want our students to be able to maintain distance from each other and maintain their own physical health while still practicing those skills that we need them to know.
At the same time, both school and DOJ officials say if a school intrusion was to take place, of course, it's important to focus on physical, immediate safety rather than any potential virus risk.
This is an opportunity in school for learning and also discussing about what you would do. And I think a big part of it is if you talk about it and you learn about it, then if it ever would happen, and hopefully it never happens, you're ready to act.
Wisconsin as a state has faced 8 school shootings since 2009. The Office of School Safety says they'll be closely monitoring any potential threats in the upcoming months as students continue to get readjusted. Well, as students get back to school, many are also getting back to books for the first time in a while. The Rhinelander District Library Friends of the Library held an event today to try to get kids involved with reading in a way that won't hurt your wallet. Newswatch 12 Sierra Whaley has details.
Kids are back in school and nothing looks the same. During the pandemic, the engagement in reading has lowered because of screen time. Library Director Virginia Roberts says in order to keep the youth engaged in reading, the key is to be creative.
School pretty much ended abruptly. A lot of online school took place, and reading isn't always every kid's best thing. It is important to keep them reading, keep them engaged in some sort of learning, even if it's not reading. It could be crafting, building things. Sometimes even video gaming or board gaming can keep their minds engaged on reading.
Roberts understands it's hard for the youth to get into reading again, especially during this time.
It's very hard on kids. This is not a normal situation. So normal things like reading, it's hard to concentrate.
And one thing Roberts emphasizes is that we have to make sure the kids know that we're all in this together. Maybe you take a chapter and they take a chapter. If we create a fun environment when it comes to reading time, it won't be so much of a challenge. Teen librarian Alicia Sheffer says parents have a major role in youth reading, and working together can expand both the parent and child's desire to read.
I think it's great for teens to have their parents interested in what they're reading, and then parents too can also help them navigate some of these tougher topics that they'll come across. So I think it's a great way to enjoy the book together, enjoy each other's company, and actually take part in each other's hobbies.
So the library provides comfort in the fact that we are all trying to hold on to normalcy. Pandemic or not, reading hasn't gone anywhere. And with this new chapter we are all beginning, it's okay to take it one page at a time. In Rhinelander, Sierra Whaley,